A men's diamond ring. She wants to surprise her husband by giving him a men's diamond ring. So this is what I made, and it's gonna come around and I'm gonna put these swirls similar to like engraving, but it's gonna be raised, and then there'll be 7 diamonds. Now we get started. Okay, so the first thing we need is the ring size to be a size 10. We're gonna start with this tube of wax. It needs to be about 5 millimeters wide. We're gonna go a little bit wider than 5 millimeters, maybe 5.5. Strike it right there. So now I'll get my dividers and I will put the line on. Now that the line's on, you can see this is a really small hole. There's no way that's going to fit a size 10. My finger's a size 10, it won't fit. So I got to cut that off and then size it. And I'm cutting this with a very thin saw blade, almost the same saw blade that you would use to cut gold, because I want the line to be as precise as possible. Now we want it to be nice and smooth, so we're going to take a file. Now the next step is to size it. So there's something really important when you're sizing a ring. You are trying to turn the burr one way and turn the ring while you're turning the burr. It keeps it as much of a circle as possible. It's just about a 10. This is extremely important. It's the same thickness all the way around. By moving the ring and the burr at the same time, it didn't cause any spots where it's thin. We're going to do some scroll work, but I'm going to draw on there just so I know what I'm going to be doing. This is just give me an outline. Now, customers sending me their own stones, they might have a big diamond, so I have room to be able to put a bigger diamond if I wanted to. At the very end, I did these 2 pieces facing off, so that if I ever need to size this ring, I can cut it right in the middle. I'm not going to hurt any part of the design. Alright, so the next step is we're going to take some of this wire, and I am going to very, very, very gently, I'm going to bend it around. Why I say gently is because this wax is so soft that it will dent the wax. I'm using a Max Wax pen. There's a battery inside, and when you press this green button, this tip gets hot, and it allows me to adjust the temperature by how long I hold it for. And I'm cleaning up with the tool that I made. It looks like a little knife, see that? I made this out of a bicycle spoke, and soon enough I will show you how to make your own tools from things as easy as a bicycle spoke. By the time I'm done, we'll go all the way around. The next step after that is to make a mold. I can make a mold from this piece, or I can make a mold from a finished piece. I'm going to make the mold from this ring. Alright, so as you can see, I have quite a few molds. I'm making new ones every day. This is the design of the ring that I was carving and putting the wax on earlier. We made a mold, took the wax out. So now this is a wax injector. I'm going to put the mold in. This goes down, shoots in. This for 3 seconds injects the wax, and now it's full. When it dries, this is what I got. Remember the ring I was making in wax? That's it. And look at the holes that are there for the diamonds. So I thought, this is such a cool ring, I could make a whole bunch. So I can cast all of these. So everybody can send me their gold and say, hey, make me that same ring, and I could cast all of them at one time. The first one might have taken me a day or 2 to make, but now I have a mold. Literally, you saw how long that took, about a minute. And I can make another wax, and another wax, and another wax. We put them all together on the sprues and cast them all at one time, and can cast 1 ring or 100 rings all at one time. Here's the finished wax. The next step is to take the diamonds out of here and make sure they fit, which they do. I did the measurements. The next thing I need to do is I need to cut some of this stuff up. I get my trusty little pliers and just put those in here. Now I make up the investment. So the investment is like plaster Paris, and it hardens like a rock. After it's hard, I take the bottom off. So the wax is inside of that investment, and we're gonna do a burnout. It's gonna get to 2,000 degrees. While the gold is melting, that flask got really, really hot, and then we injected the gold. Now the wax is gone, and now it's gonna come out a gold ring. Next, I'm going to sandblast it, and then I'm going to polish the wire work on the top. The diamonds are set into bezels and soldered in, and now we put the sides on to make it white gold and yellow gold. And there's the finished piece. I don't need my toothbrush.